Well, that's right. It reminds everyone of a church, but we haven't really defined whether it's a church yet or not. Well, his specifically, he was sort of Roman
Children are paying, £1,000 a week for coming in and working.
Feel of fine box? What's a feel of fine box?
There's some pottery in there.
that's right. Yeah, the modern rose.
See if I can see a good look at that coin. Probably not. It's all from the Roman period.
We're just trying to clarify where the road goes through. This is the trench where the small medieval buckle was found, showing that probably. Is that in profile?
Yeah, this is what we're hoping. Roman car.
That's 3rd to 4th century, and it would have been manufactured in eastern England, somewhere near the Peterborough area, around about Cambridge. There are large Roman potteries over there. A natural dish in the landscape here. Can you sense that you're in a bowl in the landscape?
Yeah.
This is a natural dip. Part of a dry valley, and it's one of the sort of standard ups and downs that we get in this landscape. But this has been converted by the Romans into an amphitheatre. This is a very important Roman structure. You don't get very many of these. There are probably about a dozen in Britain. Of course, many more on the continent. But, very, very important public structures in Roman Britain. And here you can see the shadow of it in terms of the geophysical survey. When you're standing pretty much in the middle of that now, okay? In fact, the middle is about where Trevor's standing. There's an orange mark on the ground, the geometric centre of the circle. And so all around you, you can imagine about 18 or 1900 years ago, there would have been an earthen bank with seating at the side of it, a circular arena in the middle, at least 2 entrances, one on either side, and probably some quite nice sort of architectural features around the top, a couple of statues, perhaps wooden, maybe even stone, and in the amphitheatre. It's not the sort of thing that you would perhaps associate with the big Colosseum type Roman theatrical structures. Particularly the better off and more senior ones. To the south of here, the tribe known as the Atrebates, negotiation, have theatrical events, etc. We do know that the Romans
what's with this M focus? What is this about?
Ceremony, and this is certainly an element of that. And we can start to see we've started to take apart the structure of the things to try and understand things. It's been very much ploughed, and on this survey you can see a white patch within the curvature of the earthen bank.
Some sort of Roman structure here.
And this is what this is. 2 walls. Hopefully underneath you can just start to see coming out above in the upper area of the surface. It looks a bit bitty. This is what remained after nearly 2,000 years of cloud. And the natural process whereby the very fragile earthen bank is flattened out, much of the content of the bank is sunk into the middle, thereby making the whole profile of the landscape much shallower and smoother. In the Roman period, we've got quite a high bank here, probably built on a timber structure covered in earth and seated against. Although it would be very low and probably flat arena in the centre. Due to the way that earthworks generate over time, it's all flattened out and then hollows through them. Still get part of the bank here. Okay?
Athena played on this.
It's actually quite high quality stonework. Part excavated away here, and this is the big structure in the middle of the field that we only just discovered in this different geophysical survey. And you can see we've put a trench right across the middle of it with that northern extension. Think of it as a church, and that will be the northern crown sept, if you like. And we're just working down. We've got a lot of late Roman coins in this area, and we're cleaning the interior. We've got all kinds of interesting features in here. It looks as if some wall has been robbed out, or the stone has been removed in later times by other people for use in other buildings. The way that we excavate these things is by taking half of it out, and then we draw the inside, the fill of it, and then we take the rest of it.
It's a hole.
Okay?
There was a post there.
A large timber.
I kind of filmed it a little bit too long.
Charge of this whole area of excavation over here.
American.
Do we have the geophys actually, Gilbert,
Yes.
or no?
Oh, let me just pinch it.
Have you actually, have they pinched it?
One copy.
Pinch one copy. Don't let them walk away with both. But
Here we are.
basically what we were looking for in this end, there's two features which show up on the geophysical survey, which you may or may not have seen, but I'll show you now, which we're hoping to investigate with these trenches. Now if you look, we're oriented sort of roughly this way, and we're standing right about there on this map. And as you can see, there's two large, these are ditches, these dark lines here, and they seem to be, we suspected at first, that they were actually an enclosure associated with the temple and the pub garden over yonder. And there's a small circular feature here, which is actually cut by one of the ditches, which we thought was an earlier prehistoric enclosure of some sort. We just sort of caught this while we were cleaning the surface, and we're not clear exactly what is actually in it at the moment. We can't really see which was cut, but there's a deposit of material here which does contain human burial. It is a bit mixed up, but it's quite high up and it's quite close to the topsoil level, so it could have been damaged due to plowing or some other thing of that sort. But the Samianware, which is what this is,
Bone pottery.
a very distinct type of Roman pottery, which is
There's the bone.
when you look at the complete walls, they're very beautiful, very stylish. Smack in the middle of that ditch right there. If you look down, this is actually the ditch right here. And there's a large ditch. We've cut 4 sections through it, running straight this way.
Ditch.
And if you look on the top part over there, on the sort of part on the right, you see a curved ditch section over there. That actually runs straight through here, comes all the way around, and loops back out around. We have about 80% of that little enclosure within this trench that we've opened up. And if you the best way to do this actually, if you come around this side and come down the top, you get a really good look at what we have here. So what you have here is the junction of the two ditches. And we've been working on the hypothesis for a while
working, I think.
the straight ditch was Roman, because Romans like to do straight things, and earlier people did like to do straight things.
These are ditches.
And we found out that, yes, that is the case, but it's also not the case. Now, we've dated the small enclosure to well within the Iron Age period, the first millennium BC, and the earlier portion of that. And we've dated parts of this ditch to the early Roman period. You're kind of this in the middle of the and it's quite a common thing for the ability to ditch in, and for the land to be divided in ditches, and ditches in land.
Help. Send help now. I'm going to die. Or kill someone, I haven't decided yet. End transmission.